Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing great out there. Happy holidays to you. Our guest today is one of our favorites here in our Newburyport studios. It is a music show with the great, the one and only Charley Carrozo.
People say the love can be forgotten, well, never been in love. Over this territory called the dream is bare and the stars above. Every time I meet you, the drip and shining in your eyes. Walk alone forever now, baby, just to take your hand and see you smile. Well, seeing you always makes me feel child at Christmas time. Over and over, turn all your love over, lay me down on solid ground. Over and over, turn all your love over, and I never let you down. Over and over, turn all your love over, lay me down on solid ground. Over and over, turn all your love over, and I never let you down. Lay me down, lay me down, lay me down. Hey, the sun gonna rise to touch. You'll be with another man. My eyes will open at 5 a.m. and I'll do the best I can. Thankful for the time we spent and haven't seen the other side. If it all falls a little too late, you can't say we never didn't try, didn't try. Seeing you always makes me feel child at Christmas time. Over and over, turn all your love over, lay me down on solid ground. Over and over, turn all your love over, and I never let you down. Over and over, turn all your love over, lay me down on solid ground. Over and over, turn all your love over, and I never let you down. Come and lay me down, lay me down. Won't you lay me down? Over and over, turn all your love over, lay me down on solid ground. Over and over, turn all your love over, and I never let you down. Over and over, turn all your love over, lay me down on solid ground. Over and over, turn all your love over, and I never let you down. Come and lay me down, lay me down. Over and over and over and over, over and over and over and over, over and over and over and over.
Charley Carrozo in the house, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing very well, Drew. How are you doing?
I thought you were close to the Roger Daltrey swing move with the guitar there at the end.
Yeah, well, that would be Pete Townsend.
Pete Townsend, I'm sorry.
Roger Daltrey swings the microphone.
That's right, swings the microphone.
Both very cool moves. What's going on, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. Happy holidays to you.
You too.
Good. How are they? We were talking about a little bit off the air before you came in. The boss, Sarah, brought in cookies or something, and we were like, we're watching ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't.
At least you are.
We did. We were hawking those snacks.
I know.
Both of us.
So I was like ready to make a commitment to it, and then people were like, "Yeah, don't do it during the holidays. You're crazy." But,
yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I was telling you, we get these, we get the packages from people we do business with, and they come with, this one comes with the molasses cookies.
Yeah.
I'm powerless over these molasses cookies that come every year. So
they got you.
I was doing pretty good until that, and then I fell off the wagon.
I have a weird one. It's very simple. Like I like a lot of fresh baked stuff too, but like mint Milanos have always been a thing of mine.
Oh yeah,
those are an addiction.
All right, so if we're gonna go down this road,
I think we might
of snacks,
sure,
which is fine because my wife and I used to have Snack Life. We used to call, snack. There's those Salt Life.
Yeah.
Bumper stickers. Well, we have Snack Life at my house, and Trader Joe's is the place if you want to go Snack Life. Now they have those Milano cookies that are like, they don't call them Milanos, but they're even better than Milanos.
Better than Milanos.
Darker, thicker, more chocolate.
Wow.
Really good. I don't know if they have mint ones, but they have. I mean, I'm telling you, like if you like Milano cookies, Trader Joe's has a version that is out of control.
That is a whole new world to me. I've never even heard it.
And they got the cookie butter there. Do you know about the cookie butter?
Is that like the coffee mixer?
No, it's like cookie butter. Like they have it in jars where you can just eat it with a spoon. It's disgusting. Really good. Then they have the cookie butter, and they have cookie butter ice cream.
Okay.
And there was at one point before I quit all of this, we had all three in the house at once.
Wow.
And then we looked at each other and we said, we have a problem. And we had to do something.
Sugar highs.
Snack life problem.
Well, my girlfriend Julianne, she has the, I usually drink black coffee, which is just, I'm a creature of habit. But she has started making me, she has a cookie butter mix, like a creamer.
Oh,
for the hot coffee. And she's just kind of, here, try it. I bet you'd like it. And I liked it.
Does that come from Trader Joe's or does it?
I don't know, actually. I didn't ask her.
Else? I wonder.
Yeah, I'll ask her.
I wonder.
She's online.
I'm doing an advertisement for Trader Joe's a little bit, but
that's a fine place.
They're fine, but they're not giving us any money. So let's talk about something else.
Understood. It's a pickleball we go. No, that was funny. Last show, I was looking back at some of the comments we got on the last show. We people thought we went all in on the pickleballers. Maybe some people even thought we went a little harsh. I don't know, but.
Don't get me started, Drew. That was controversial. I feel like you were asking provocative questions.
Yeah, no, you blame me.
It went down a road. I already have some controversial music to play for you all today. So,
all right, let's talk music then. How's the songwriting going here in the early? Is it winter yet? Yes, it's early winter.
It's good. Yeah. It's actually good. We got the new band, Space Moose, happening. Way Up South is still going. Coal Boilers are still going. Way Up South's actually doing a gig in Newburyport. That's my last gig of the last gig of this year on Saturday, December 28th, over at the Newburyport Brewing Company.
Oh, okay.
6 o'clock, pre-New Year's Eve, post-Christmas.
There you go.
Extravaganza.
Saturday night extravaganza.
Should be fun.
Cool.
But I'm writing a lot of new songs with the new band Space Moose. My songwriting partner on that one, Eli Cutting, who is amazing guitar player, Berkeley guy, just knows a lot more about theory and so his bag of tools is very different than the bag of tools that I'm working with when I'm writing a song.
Yeah.
But what we've been doing is we've been taking songs and I'll write part of it and he'll write part of it and we're both singing in the songs and they end up being like they go together, but you can they go in different directions. It's very interesting. It's been good. And we've been really prolific. We've been working hard at it. And
do you have that feeling at some point where you're like you started the song and you're like, well, that's not where it goes?
No, well, see, that's the thing. It's
let go of that a little bit.
Songwriting's an interesting thing, especially when you do it, on a collaboration. I've gotten together with people and tried to write, and the ideas are just, whatever they're suggesting doesn't really make sense to me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But we don't have that. I understand where he's coming from musically, even though it might go in a totally different direction than where I would have taken it.
Gotcha.
But, there's a great Bowie quote, which I'll paraphrase, but he was saying, you really have something when you're way out there on the edge and your feet are just not touching the ground and you feel like you're just a little bit beyond your comfort level. That's when you probably have something.
Oh, I like that.
And so that's where we're going now. I'm trying to break out of the
Gotcha.
my cowboy chords. But
Very good.
I'm not going to play any of that stuff because he's not here today, so I can't play any of that stuff. But maybe next time we'll bring some of that.
I heard a great David Bowie Christmas story the other day. Chris Martin of Coldplay was saying they really wanted David Bowie to play on a Christmas song 15 years ago or whatever it was. And Bowie heard the song, and they've heard him do. I guess he does that a lot. He'll come in and do some backup vocals or whatever, especially for artists he likes. And he knew that he liked Coldplay, but I guess Bowie was very straightforward and got back to them and said, "I'm going to pass," and said, "Kind of a bad song, isn't it?" And the Coldplay guys were like, "I don't think we did anything with it after that." I was like, the
great.
Song was defeated after the David Bowie put down. But
That's great.
Yeah, very good. All right, so that's good. What's the what are the winter plans besides playing out live? You guys do family ski trips, or what's the deal?
So my wife and I we got a big anniversary this year. We're coming up on our 20th wedding anniversary. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go to Paris.
Wow.
For our 20th anniversary. We saved our dollars.
Nice.
I have €2 right here, ready to go. For some
Started
reason,
small.
I have this in my pocket. It's my lucky €2.
Oh. When's the anniversary?
It is in February.
Wow.
So we're headed over for the school vacation. We're actually going to take our son with us.
Wow.
On our romantic vacation.
Lucky guy.
Well, our son's an only child. He's 16 years old, and he's pretty good for a teenager. He still likes us.
Yep.
Some of that, I think, is because he's the only kid in the house.
Yeah.
And if he turns on us, he knows he's got nobody else to back him up.
Yep.
So he hasn't gone through that really terrible, teen thing yet. I'll knock on wood.
Teens are easier when they you're their last line of defense.
But we travel well as a unit, so we figured we'd take him with us while he still likes us.
20 years, good for you.
20 years, good for her, really.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, but you know both of us. Drew knows both of us, so he knows. Good for her.
Man. Well, congratulations, guys. That's fantastic. You ever been over there? Or is that a first trip?
So we went to Italy a couple years ago, and that was my first trip to Europe, other than a very interesting 3-day trip that I took in 1990.
How interesting.
When I went to see Roger Waters perform The Wall at Berlin. I was at that show.
Okay.
And I'd cashed my first paycheck from my first job that I ever had. And I went and I said... I said to my friend, I was like, "Do you want to go over there?" And he's like, "Yeah." And we went for literally 3 days.
Wow. And
I said, "Oh, I'll get back to Europe. It doesn't matter. It's such a short trip." We saw Roger Waters and all of those other performers, Van Morrison and Phil Collins and Joni Mitchell. There was all Cyndi Lauper was on it. Scorpions were the surrogate band. I don't know if you ever saw
I remember
the video of that, but. And it was fantastic. And I said, well, it doesn't matter that it's 3 days. I'll get back to Europe. And fast forward 20 years, and or
life got in the way,
or 30 years, and we never went back. So we went to Italy 2 years ago, the three of us, and it was great.
Wow, very cool. I don't think you had told me that you were at that concert.
Yeah, that was something else, and we got close. There was 250,000 people at that concert. And it was like every American that was touring around Europe at that time converged on Berlin. Yeah. And it was so soon because the Berlin Wall had just come down that winter. Yep. And it was so soon after the Berlin Wall came down, they had airlifted with a helicopter. They had taken out Checkpoint Charley a couple days before we got there. Yeah. They put it in a museum somewhere, I guess, and then. They had opened up the subway system, but they still hadn't printed the subway maps of the East Berlin side. Mm. And we wanted to go see soundcheck because we heard the soundcheck. So we got on the subway and we wrote it in, and we ended up going into East Berlin. And then we're like, we're going too far. And it wasn't on the subway map. And we're like, we feel like we're going too far. We got off and went up, and it was nothing but, and this really struck me about it. There was no advertisements. Everything was gray stone. There were no barbershop poles. There was no sign that said, come in. There was no color whatsoever. It was all gray stone with a lot of Russian writing on it. Sure. There were still Russian soldiers at various posts, and we come out and we're in a different world. We were like well into East Berlin, but then we heard the sound of the music, and instead of getting on the subway, we followed our way back to Potsdamer Platz and found where they were doing sound check.
Wow.
So,
what a story that is.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. How have we never crossed that path before?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure you got a million of them.
I'm very old. True. I'm very old.
Let's use that to go right into another one. You playing new stuff today here, or what?
Let me play a new song.
Right.
Let me play a new song for you. This is this one's a little controversial number, but it's blowing up the internet.
Yeah.
I've never had as many shares and you can hear the uncensored version on my Facebook or Instagram page.
Okay.
So this will be the censored version.
You've had to do some practice here.
This will be the radio. This will be the radio edit, so I'll probably screw it up. But it's so new. I wrote it 2 days ago.
It should be easy to guess what it's about, probably.
Well, it's called "Don't Blame Me." I'm from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That's the name of it.
All right.
All right.
Live at Truth's House, Charley Carrozo, take it away.
Well, don't blame me, I'm from Massachusetts. When you get what you deserve, I won't be giving to. Ain't no one's bitch, baby, how the shoe fits, saying that it's all your fault. Well, I don't have time to listen to pretenders, losing little minds over Jesus and the genders. He's Jim Jones and you're the temple member, saying that you're in a cult. What comes next is anybody's guess, better keep it to yourself. I'll be there when I told you so. Don't blame it on no one else. You're gonna get everything you wanted and most of what you deserve. Don't come running to the East Coast with our lattes and hors d'oeuvres. You're a big boy now in a big red hat, so try to show a little nerve. When it all goes bad, knowing you've been had, gonna get what? Gonna get what you deserve. Well, they say now, Charlie, do you think it's wise to piss off half the USA? Well, half the USA can go in itself. Think that's kinda gay. They're asking me to lend a hand in, but I remember them yelling, "Let's go, Brandon." You can take your dear leader and his propaganda and shove it right up yours. I'll be there in a car, most of what you deserve. Well, don't come running to the East Coast with our advanced degrees and hors d'oeuvres. You're a big boy now in a big red hat, so show a little nerve. When it all goes bad, knowing you've been had, gonna get what? Gonna get what you deserve. Well, stay right here with my East Coast friends, and I got a scientist predicting how the world's end. Your daddy's heart attack is just around the bend. It's just a matter of time. Well, I'll be fine right here in Massachusetts. When you get what you deserve, I won't be giving to. Say it no one bitch, but baby, how the shoe fits. Saying, yes, I'm saying it's all your fault. Ah, you stupid mother trucker. You're gonna get just what you wanted and most of what you deserve. Don't come running to the East Coast with our separation of church and state and our hors d'oeuvres. You're a big boy now with a big red hat. Try to show a little nerve. When it all goes bad, knowing you've been had, gonna get what? You're gonna get what? You're gonna get what you deserve.
Charley Carrozo.
Don't blame me, I'm from Massachusetts, Drew.
Very nice. I hope there's not people. We open the windows. There's not people outside. This is an old voting place here. Nicely done. That's the new one, right?
Yeah.
2 days old.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's blowing up the internet.
I saw that. I saw a lot of people commented on that thing. Yeah. Well, that's good.
More shares than I've ever gotten on a song, I gotta say.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So the uncensored version is on my Instagram and on my Facebook. I screwed it up because I didn't get my swears in, so I screwed it up. But I think people got the idea.
He texted me before the show and he goes, "Can I say no? I can't say that. Can I say that? I can say that. That's okay, right?" Which is good preemptive work. Very nice. That's the new one. And is that getting played around the house a lot, or are you?
It's getting played around the house. Like I said, it's 2 days old. It's and I really appreciate, ever since I've been coming in here, you allow me to come in with a sheet full of lyrics and a song I don't really know and play it. So thank you.
That's
very
the fun part of this show, man. And so let's see how this one comes out. You've had a lot of premieres actually on this show, I think.
Yeah.
I tend to hit you right when you've written some songs.
Yeah.
Or maybe I do see them on Facebook and say, I bet he wants to come on.
Gary and I, as the Coal Boilers, we're going to play this one. We actually have 2 shows. We're working hard this Saturday. We have 2 shows on Saturday. The Coal Boilers.
Gary Backstrom.
Gary Backstrom, for folks who don't know, is an amazing guitar player, but we do an acoustic duo, just the 2 of us. We've been doing it since the 90s, actually. We've been doing it a long time. And so we have 2 shows on Saturday. One is down at the station. I think it's a pop-up Cisco thing.
Oh, okay.
At the station in Fenway, near Fenway and Boylston Street.
Oh, all right.
In Boston. And that's noon to 3. And then we're playing in Beverly at the Bell Inn and Tavern on Saturday night.
Okay.
And I think that's starting at 7 o'clock.
The Beverly Bell Inn. Why do I not know that one?
Bell Inn and Tavern.
Bell Inn
so
and
they're
Tavern.
just. I think they just started having music.
Oh, okay.
A little bit ago, and they have a basement space, and they're
I'm a Danvers boy. I'm just surprised they haven't been down there.
They're just starting to have bands.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
You've piqued my interest. I'm gonna have to go do some investigating.
Come out on Saturday night.
I think I might just do that.
Do that.
Very good. That sounds like a great holiday treat. What do you do? Are you traveling for the actual holidays?
Oh, we will be playing holiday songs too.
Okay. Okay.
Gary is way into Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the holidays. I love it all. I decorate the tree. We go out. I do the whole thing. Gary is one of those you know how people are way into Disney as an adult? Gary is like that, but with Christmas. He's way into it. Into it.
All right. So I do. The Disney people I have very firsthand experience with.
Yeah.
I went on a adult vacation once.
Absolute whack jobs.
And I don't have kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd spend some time with the kids and then maybe go do adult things.
Yeah.
I was unaware for my door to be knocked on at 5 a.m. saying we needed to get an early start to get to the rides.
Insane.
I don't need to get to the rides. And why am I on Space Mountain? I don't like roller coasters.
Yeah.
Which also
There's also a whole. Now you got me on another controversial topic. This is one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
These people that have a magical day. It's it's they don't have kids and they're telling you to have a magical day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
We can't go out for dinner. We gotta be up early. Why? I remember the baby's nap in the family was the kid got to go to the middle of the day home and nap.
Yeah.
And this was the time to apparently catch up on the rides. And I'm like, the kid gets to go rest. And we're running around.
Well, we took our kid, and it's a mistake a lot of families make, and we made it. We took our kid way too early.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what age, but there was a little water slide at the hotel, just a regular size slide, but it had water on it. And there's a little water slide at the hotel, and he liked that.
That's all you needed.
Better than we could have booked a hotel in the middle of Orlando, way away from Disney World, and he would have been just as happy.
Sure.
So we did. I think we did 2 rides, and he said, "Can we go back to the water slide at the hotel?"
Do you remember what age that is? How early is too early?
I would say I mean, I think he was probably 5 or 6, and it was still too early.
Yeah.
It was just it was
There you go.
Just didn't care.
It's good to know for my unborn kids. I just thought.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Good.
Always just trying to be prepared for these things, you know?
Oh, yeah. You never know, Drew.
Disney trip. It was one of my cringiest vacations. I was like, I am exhausted. Why am I up? It's dark out, people.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, it's my Charley Carrozo in the house, live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. This has kind of become an annual Christmas tradition. I pretty much always have you in here in December now.
It's been great. It's been great. And this is the best weather we've ever gotten on
It is, yeah.
day. I don't know. This is airing today?
Yeah, this is today.
This is sometimes
Shh. Sometimes we pre-record. No, today's the day. Tuesday in December. Here, yeah, it's a beautiful day. I think it's going to get cold quick, though.
Yeah.
It seems good.
Speaking of.
Yeah. Can we get into this a little bit? Charley does. Yeah. Go ahead. You tell the story.
Well, Drew's very interested in some of the stories from my day job, and my day job is I run a property management company down in Boston, and mostly for first-time renters, college kids who may, not know certain things, which you accept that it's their first time renting.
Okay.
But a very funny thing that happened last year happened again this year. We get calls like, it's cold in my house.
Yeah.
And, the first thing you want to check was, okay, well, are the windows shut? Because sometimes the top of the windowsill will be down and they won't see it under the blinds, and that's fine. So you ask them, no, it's absolutely cold. The heat's not working. You guys have to come over here right now. We go over. There's an air conditioner in every window. Still in. Oh, but there's tape over. It's like, yeah, where are you from? And it's like, they're from Texas.
Yeah.
Or we had a group from India that they were the ones that did it last year. I was like, oh, yeah, guys.
Yeah, we don't keep these in year-round.
In the Northeast. In the Northeast, we take our air conditioners out of the windows. But you don't know until you know.
Yeah, sure.
And then another very similar window-related maintenance request that we had a couple of weeks ago was like these kids call and they have a bird in their apartment. Mm-hmm. They're like, there's a bird flying around our apartment. I don't have any idea how this bird possibly could have gotten in. You guys have to come over. And sure enough, we came over, and the top of the window is down about 6 inches, wide open to the outside, and the bird was sitting right there, where he goes in and out of their apartment at will.
They don't check this when they know you're driving out of the way to go see. We should probably just make sure that things.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are we talking like college age kids or like young adults?
College age kids. A very common one is it's dark in my kitchen. And you're like, okay, well, have you changed the light bulb? It's like, oh, I can't. And then, why not? It's like, well, there's a globe over it. And you're like, oh, yeah, I get up and you unscrew that and it comes right off. Just change the light bulb. I can't. Why not? Well, it's too high. I was like, I can help you. Do you guys have a chair? What you do is you get up on the chair. And it's.
I can see you handling this. This is great.
Oh, I'm terrible at it. I don't know. It's like it's an argument for that life is just a test for everything that went wrong in your previous life, and now you have to deal with it. I was probably really short-tempered in my previous life, and now they're just getting tested.
Yeah.
So
one of my best friends was talking. We had dinner with him the other day, and he's got three boys that remind me awkwardly of him when he was a kid. My buddy was like a terror as a kid, just the trouble one, always getting into stuff. And he's like, you get what you deserve,
Yeah.
This is payback for what I did to my parents.
Like the song says. That's a nice callback.
It's right in my head now. That's hilarious. Charley Carrozo joining us here live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive, and what has become our, I guess, kind of annual Christmas show here. December 17th. That tells me we are 8 days away. That seems quick. It's a week from tomorrow, Christmas.
Yeah, I'm set. I'm ready.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, damn.
I got it all taken care of. Well, a bit, having a trip to Paris planned takes
big one.
Takes care of a lot of
I had distractions last week. That's my the dog thing, but that's the
So sorry. What was the dog's name?
The dog's name was Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, I love the guy.
All right.
We had to say goodbye to Henry. 16-year-old hound dog.
We're dedicating this show to Henry.
Thank you. But no, so that's why I haven't done no shopping, is what I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start probably this afternoon, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what
Except for
everybody
your
wants.
girlfriend, you've put a lot of thought into that, and you've already done that, right?
We actually have,
Right?
yes. We're actually very easy. We prefer experiences
Yeah,
between the
that's
two of
the
us.
way to go.
I think, unless she surprises me with something, and then I'm screwed. So maybe I'll have a backup plan. But we like to do like a trip. We got a weekend plan for next month. So
That's the way to go.
go up to Vermont,
Beautiful.
see a music friend of ours.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do.
Awesome.
All right. Speaking of music, you got what you like to play? I talk too much.
Yeah, let's do a Christmas one.
Remember that?
I'm not my own favorite songwriter.
What an intro.
That's
Okay.
Contrary to
Yep.
popular belief.
Okay.
And I'm not. This is one from one of the great American songwriters. I won't tell you who it is. You'll either know or you won't, and that's okay if you don't.
Okay. Charley Carrozo, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Here, why don't I tune up for the people, since it was
Oh, I like this. We tune because we care.
massive change of temperature.
Yeah, that is true. That does mess with the guitars, right? People don't realize
Sure does.
temperature changes are.
Not so bad. Not so bad. All right. If I want to know who you've been hanging with while I was gone, I would have asked you. It's a kind of cold fogs up your windshield, and I felt it when I passed you. There's an ache in you, put there by the ache in me. If it's all the same to you, it's all the same to me. We could call it even, call me babe for the weekend. 'Tis the damn season, write this down. Staying at my parents' house, and the road not taking looks real good now. And it always leads to you in my hometown. And I parked the car down by the Methodist and the school that used to be hard. And the holidays linger like a bad perfume. You can run but only so far. I escaped it too. Remember when you watched me leave? If it's all the same to you, it's all the same to me. We could call it even, could call me babe for the weekend. 'Tis the damn season, write this down. Staying at my parents' house, and the road not taking looks real good now. And time flies, messy and the mud on your truck top, missing your smile. Hear me out, we could just ride around, and the road not taking looks real good now. It always leads to you in my hometown. Sleeping half the day just for old time's sake. Won't ask you to leave if you won't ask me to stay. So I'll go back to LA. So-called friends who write books about me if I ever make it. Wonder am I the only soul who can tell with smiles I'm faking, and the only heart I'm breaking is my own. As I leave the warmest bed I've ever known, you could call it even. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be yours for the weekend. Oh, even though I'm leaving, 'tis the damn season,
Charley Carrozo, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive, the Christmas song portion of the show.
That's it. One of the greatest American songwriters right there, Drew.
Okay.
Did I stump you?
Well, at first, when you first started playing, I thought it was David Bowie, but I think it's Taylor Swift.
It is Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
It is weird. I heard Bowie at first. I was like, is he playing Bowie? Maybe we talked about him earlier, but yeah, Taylor Swift. There you go.
That's it.
Do you get a lot of...
That's a deep cut right there.
It's lovely.
It's a deep cut.
That's all I know. Great version. That might be the next one to go viral here after we post that one. Very nice. Charley Carrozo in the house. I think we've talked about her before. You're a fan, right?
I'm a fan, yeah. I'm a big fan. I mean, I don't shell out the big money for the tickets, but I cover a few Taylor Swift songs in my acoustic set.
Do you have to as a traveling musician, man? Because I imagine you
don't have to, but if you want to make $20 from some really
from a kid,
from really happy parent, if you do a request for their daughter, it's like
it is funny to me because I think she's good too. I'm a fan, and mostly writes her own stuff, plays her own stuff. Maybe there's some stuff piped in, but it's mostly real. I'm kind of all for that. I find her hard to not like, and it seems like a lot of people feel pretty passionately about not liking her. The ones who don't.
Yeah, well,
I mean, obviously she's got a much more.
I'm always been of the thought, different music serves different purposes, and there's the, especially in the Americana side of things, there's the hipper than thou crowd, it's only cool if it's this, and
sure,
but look, it's hard to write a song, make an album, make the album sound like what you had in your head when you wrote the song, and then go out and have it affect people and have it have the desired effect. I mean, that's hard no matter what genre you're in. If you achieve that, I have respect for it.
I find myself singing her stuff a lot when I hear it. It's got that stick to the brain thing.
Well, you do have a lot of bracelets on there.
I do have a lot. This one, what's funny? This one I actually can't get off. This is from just a night out at a show the other night, and I tried to get it off tonight. I couldn't find earlier today, and I couldn't find Sisters, and I still.
There it is.
I loosened it up. There it is. Yeah, I'm actually lower than most times I think in here right now.
Yeah.
A lot of Dave Matthews action going on.
Okay.
They share.
They do that too. They do that thing.
Yeah, Swifties kind of stole it from Dave.
Okay. All right.
You want to see a real fight start? Say that out loud.
You say so. It's like two fan bases I don't want to mess with.
You used to
for two very different reasons.
You got a story. You almost opened for them back in the day, right? Dave Matthews Band.
Very close to opening for them. They blew up. We had a show scheduled at the Wetlands in New York City. We had a show scheduled, and they must have gotten signed and put on a different tour, or got a different booking agent or something. Yeah. But or their song popped on the radio. I don't really know exactly what the reason was, but they were no longer playing the Wetlands between the time that we scheduled the show and the time the show was supposed to go on.
What band was that for you?
That was a band called Planet B.
Planet B.
And it was called Planet B BE because we got a cease and desist letter from Interscope Records.
Yeah. Yeah.
For we were Plan B, and then there was already a Plan B.
Yep.
And so we got a cease and desist letter for the Plan B. It was a German techno band that was signed to Interscope Records, and they said, you can't use this name. So we put an E in front of the B, like Plan B.
Yeah.
And now...
Genius,
right? Yeah. I don't think we're legal geniuses, though, because I don't think that was going to help us. But either way, they left us alone after that.
Oh, that is funny. That's great stories like that with band names.
That was the band that was really young right out of college, and we went and... It started as a college band.
Got some traction, obviously. If you're
that band was doing well. That band was lucky. We had they had a bunch of cool openers. We opened for Robert Cray. We opened for all sorts of cool bands. So
wow, very cool. I had a philosophy teacher in college, and I thought he was a very interesting guy. So I remember for a lot of his stories. I don't think I don't know if there's too many. I try to think of what lessons I took into the real world, and I'm sure there are, but it's philosophy. It's like, it just hits you. But he was in a band, and he told me, I'll always remember his band name. It was Aardvark Spleen with the double A at the beginning. AA, because he goes,
Okay.
in the record stores back then, you wanted to be front. Of
Yeah,
the
you wanted to
record
be in
if you
front.
had the double A.
Yeah.
That's all we were thinking. And he goes, I think it was pretty successful. He goes,
Yeah, that's really funny.
but,
We were nowhere near that smart.
Yeah.
That's like thinking many steps ahead. We weren't those guys.
How many bands do you go through before you get to, because I mean, the 3 projects you have right now, the
Yeah.
longest one is what, 15, 20?
Well, the coal boilers have been going since the 90s.
Yeah.
So
how many
that's-
bands
that's-
take you up to the coal boilers? Are you, is it like a,
Not that many.
Not that many, yeah.
Not that many, because there was Plan B was, and it was most of the same guys that came out of college that became Planet B, and then there was another Planet, which was the band that did really well in Boston. We had the Harper's Ferry Tuesday night.
oh, okay, yep.
Tuesday night residency for years, and we did pretty well, a couple albums, and then there was Sun Jones, and then Way Up South.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fascinating
yeah. I've been
journey.
lucky enough to be in, and Way Up South. We're on our 11th year now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going into our 12th year. Excuse me, we're going into our 12th year. So we've been together a long time. Those guys.
Does that band get to, do you guys have do you set goals for yourself, or is that something bands shouldn't do? Should we get to 15 years? Or?
The goal is they've put up with me as almost as long as Julie has. Right. So
Again, we should give Julie one more applause here before the show's over. I haven't seen her in a little bit. That's good. I hope Julie's doing well out there.
she's doing very well.
All right, excellent, and have a great trip when you do go away. Actually, you got me thinking with a little Taylor Swift stuff. There's a couple names in the music world right now. I'm just curious because you've been around so much. Thoughts on Oasis coming back after all?
Oh, I missed it. It's not. I'm not. I'm pretty ambivalent about that one.
Yeah, okay.
I missed it I missed it the first time. Second time, yeah.
Can you picture anything like that where walking away from it all though? Like, is there any bands that you were huge and maybe you did follow that and then just walked away from it all for 20 years, whether it be fighting with your brother or not?
Yeah, I'll have to think about that. I mean, so some of the bands there were some bands that I was really into.
Yeah.
That I thought were gonna just be huge.
Yep.
Like that first Joan Osborne record comes to mind, and I know she's still doing it and crushing and still great. But that first record was something else, and a lot of people sort of pin her into that "What If God Was One of Us" song because that was the big hit. But the rest of that record is incredible. It's one of my favorite albums, actually, and the album Relish. And so I thought that was gonna be. I thought she was gonna be just the biggest, and it didn't work out that way. But the music business is funny. It's
The Oasis thing.
But Oasis that's on such a different level, right? That's like a cult level thing. I almost think that they're waiting too long in between the time that they announced. I mean, I know it's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
But there was so much hype when they announced.
Yeah.
And now I'm not seeing any of that. It's kind of died off.
See the bookie odds where will that actually get to a first show? They have Vegas odds.
Yeah. Well, you saw what happened with Jane's Addiction. That's a band that I, unfortunately,
in Boston.
Yeah, I never got to see.
Yeah.
And did they cancel the tour after that?
I think
that was it.
That's it. I didn't realize I was at the Pavilion in Boston. I remember seeing clips of it, and I went into work the next day. This show was in Boston. What?
Yeah.
Crazy. Were you a fan of them?
Very much.
Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the first 2 records.
That was interesting. That seemed
incredible.
Seemed a little off the rails. The band fighting there. I hadn't really seen that all on video before.
Yeah, if you know the band and know the personalities, it's not
easily happening.
Yeah, it's not a surprise, but still.
All right. I was trying to think of other big bands who walked away like that. Springsteen walked away from E Street, but he kept doing solo stuff.
Yeah,
that's a close to example to my heart, but.
Yeah.
Not too. Dylan documentary coming out. Dylan.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, Christmas Day.
That looks great. I can't wait to see that.
I heard the Timothy Chalamet. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah, doing all the singing.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Yes. As is the Springsteen documentary kid there, the kid from Shameless.
Yeah.
Not just Shameless. People he does a lot more than Shameless. Okay,
The Bear.
Drew?
Yeah.
The Bear. Yes, that's the other one. I haven't seen that. You seen that?
Yeah.
Good.
Very good. Especially the first and second seasons. To me, I thought the second season was it's great. It's the overall theme of it, in my opinion, was sort of focusing on something. It's very much like music, right? You're focusing so hard on something to make something beautiful in a not so beautiful world.
Yeah.
And it's something almost sublime about, you know, the cooking and the way that they take it, and the way that in the second season they're going different places in different countries and studying different restaurants and studying, even the maitre d's are studying, and it's just the pursuit of something, near perfection it's just a great theme, I thought.
I should get into that. I'm going to get in so much trouble for not remembering his name.
Yeah, people are all bent out of shape because it got all the comedy awards, and there's no joke. There's no jokes in it. It's not funny at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of funny at some points, but it's not. It's not a comedy. I wouldn't have called it a comedy. But.
All right, good. There's my little random final moments with Charley Carrozo.
Okay.
I do want to. One. This is a nice Christmas one to end with, real quickly.
Yeah.
Who's the? Is there one person when you think of? I asked the mayor this around Thanksgiving, and he was kind of like he got into a nice little area for him. Is there like one influence for you, somebody who you think back to, as you get older around the holidays? You're like, maybe the person's gone, I don't know, but like was a really good mentor, or even if they weren't trying to be, but just somebody you admired.
Well, I mean, my mom. I mean, when my mom, and she is still around, but when I think of her. And my wife and I were just talking about this recently. My mom was up staying with us from she was a refugee from the hurricanes, unfortunately, and she was staying with us for a while. But she did Christmas up with the decorating and the house and the tree, and now I have all of those ornaments and all of those, all the Christmas stuff, for decorating. And almost subconsciously, she's passed that on to me, and now I make a big deal about it for my family. And so it's like, it's the holidays were really, really special at my house, mostly because of my mom and how she transformed the house into this sort of Christmas wonderland.
That's a good one. My mom too. She did the same exact thing. Tree always done up. She told me she wasn't going to do it this year because it's a lot of work, and the Henry thing took a lot out of her.
Yeah.
Stopped by the other day. It was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You can't do it until you're sort of inspired with the Christmas spirit. I mean, it's
a
like,
real thing.
Otherwise, it's doing work. You know. So what I've done, the trick that I do is if I start decorating the tree or start decorating the house, and it feels like work, I stop and I do it the next day.
Yeah.
And then I start, and if it feels like work, I stop. So I don't say I have to do it in 1 or 2 days. I just take a week, and
that's how you do it.
We
can't all be Gary Backstrom, who's just.
So we play. If you come Saturday, you will hear Gary Backstrom and I play. What's the song from Saturday Night Live?
Oh,
I wish it was Christmas today.
Oh, that's something. Thank you.
I wish it was Christmas today. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Just to pitch Saturday again, because that's good. That's timely.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are off this weekend.
Saturday we have 2 shows. Coal Boilers. We are playing the station near Fenway on Boylston Street, 12 to 3, and then in Beverly at the Bell Inn and Tavern, and that is from 7 to 10. And then way up south has our last show of the year, the full band at Newburyport Brewing Company, Saturday, December 28th, 6 o'clock.
Beautiful thing. My neck of the woods, Beverly, there Saturday, so I think I'm going to try to get over to that. That'll be fun. I haven't looked at our calendar yet, but I'm hoping it's open. Calendar gets crazy this time of year. You ever notice that? I'm using the phone calendar. It's all booked up. I'm making room for that one, though.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, you going to bring us home with one?
Yeah, I'll do one more.
All right.
It's nothing to do with Christmas.
We're Christmased out.
This is for Drew. Again, I'm not my favorite songwriter, so we're going to do somebody else's song.
Thank you to May Power, Ryan Rothberg, Sarah Hayden, Lily Dissette, the whole crew here, a small but mighty crew in Newburyport. I appreciate you. Happy holidays, everybody, live at Drew's house. Peace.
The lights out tonight, Trouble in the heartland, got a head-on collision. Smashing in my guts, man, I'm caught in a crossfire that I don't understand. One thing I know for sure, I don't give a damn about the same played out scenes, and I don't give a damn about the almost in between. Wanna go out tonight, wanna find out what I got. Talk about a dream, trying to make it real. Wake up in the night with a fear so real. Spend your nights waiting for a moment, just won't come. Don't waste your time waiting, Badlands. Gotta live it every day. Let the broken heart stand at a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing till it's understood. Badlands are treating us good. Been working neath the wheel, trying to get my learn. Been working in the field, trying to get my facts learned. Baby, I got my facts learned real good right now. Well, poor man wanna be rich, rich man wanna be president, and the king ain't satisfied till he owns everything. Wanna go out tonight, find out what I got. I believe in the hope that you gave me. I believe in the faith that could save me. I believe and I hope and I pray that someday it will raise me from these badlands. Gotta live it every day. Let the broken heart stand at a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing till it's understood. Badlands are treating us good. Oh, oh, oh. For the ones who got a notion deep inside, that it ain't no sin to be glad you're alive. Wanna see one face that ain't looking through me. Wanna find one place I wanna spit in the face of these badlands. Live it every day, let the broken heart stand at a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing till it's understood. Badlands are treating us good. Oh, 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 Badlands. Oh, oh, Badlands. Oh, 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 Badlands. Oh, 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 oh.
Charley Carrozo. Happy holidays, everybody.